Hey guys, this is Bruce.
And this is me, Yuri.
And today we're going to be talking about 4 challenges of getting the green card. And then we'll jump into questions as we always do each week on visa, adjustment of status, and green card. Now we're talking to both YouTube and we're talking to Facebook. So if you have any questions on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to ask us. And it's not just us guys. And remember, we're not lawyers, we're not authorized consultants, but we have been through the experiences ourselves successfully, and we have the honor of being the facilitators of this entire group that has been helping each other for years. So that's what we're doing. We're having some technical difficulties over here on Facebook, so unfortunately we might not be able to do it on Facebook, but we still have YouTube, thank goodness. All right, with that being said, let's see who's on here before we get started. We've got about 14 viewers here on YouTube. We've got Michael, we've got Shannon, we've got Travel in Belgium. How you doing? We've got Metroid Dad, Harvey, we've got Shannon, we've got Travel in Belgium. I already read that one. Jay Barnes, Semperfi, hello Yuri and Bruce. How are you guys doing? We've got Steve. Thank you, Steve, so much.
Thank you, Steve,
for helping us out here. We really appreciate that. And thanks to everybody else who's on this call. Remember, this is the perfect opportunity to ask not just us, but our whole community about questions regarding the K1 visa, a green card, and adjustment status. And speaking of the K1 visa, before we get started, we've got a book coming up real soon. Really soon. It's not just a book, but it's an audio book, and it's a full course that walks you through the entire process. We're going to actually be giving a lot of those access away for free, as well as the book away for free as a promotional deal. So just stay tuned. Make sure you keep on staying tuned every week. So let's get right into it. Yuri is actually, for those of you guys that didn't know, Yuri's actually going through the green card process. She has her green card, as a matter of fact. But we've had some challenges, and actually people have been calling us and messaging us on Facebook and on YouTube about challenges. And so we're going to address those 4 challenges. What would you say was one of the challenges that you had for the green card yourself, before I get into the 4 that I know about?
I would say probably the wait, because it takes a year here in Colorado. And also I knew that there was a marriage interview. That was something that I was like also a little worried about, because it is my green card depends on the judgment of the immigration officer, so I was kind of nervous about it.
Yeah, those are really great points. And I can't get back on Facebook, but okay,
yeah,
we're not gonna worry about it.
Baby. I mean, I
okay,
tried,
unfortunate, really unfortunate. Okay,
what's Bixby?
It's an app on Samsung. Okay, so I narrowed it down to a few things, and Yuri kind of touched on those things that everybody's having challenges with. And the first one is 125% of the poverty guideline. This is one that we get often. I spelled guideline wrong, baby. Thank you. Thanks you for pointing that out to everyone.
Sorry guys, we apologize.
That.
That's both our mistake. Anyway, disclaimer, we are not lawyers. We are just a couple who has been through the process of K1 and green card.
Yeah. And that's why we spelled guideline wrong. I spelled guideline wrong. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, 125% of the poverty guideline. That's is an issue for some people, because they realize that, okay, I'm here in the United States. I made it here. I had 100% of the poverty guideline, but now I realize I have to make 125% of the poverty guideline, right? And so you're evaluated first by the U.S. Embassy consular officer, and they're looking at 100%. You come here, and the USCIS has an immigration services officer who's looking at 125%. So some people have problems with that because maybe they didn't know about it, and they were just above the poverty line, and now they have to figure out ways to make more money, create more assets, or something like that, right?
Yeah, and it's like you have to meet that requirement because they won't approve the green card if you can't meet the 125%.
Thank you, Derek,
we appreciate
for
it.
that. And we've got another. Wow, thanks guys, really appreciate that. And right away, somebody else just gave us another.
Bruce and Yuri.
Let's get to those questions. See if they. Jay Barnes. Wow.
Thank you so much, Jay Barnes.
Jay Barnes, appreciate that so much. Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate it. Thank you both.
Yeah. And there's it's playing again. Okay. Appreciate that, guys. I should probably shorten up that little intro there.
That actually makes this live more fun.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, we're gonna make a fiance to USA rap.
Are we?
Ouch.
I don't know about that.
Okay, that was a surprise supposedly.
Since
this thing is so boring, then we gotta make it more fun.
Right.
Right, baby.
All right. Anyway, so 125% of the poverty guideline. That seems to be a major issue. All right. Sorry, guys. I got some.
What is that?
We accidentally hit a button. Really appreciate that. Every time somebody gives us money, it gives like a little
Music?
intro button. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but now it's like going crazy.
What is that?
Yes.
All right, I'm trying to turn it off.
Kelly Collin, run in here, come get y'all juice.
Okay, I know.
So I'm sitting.
That just became crazy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay,
Okay,
anyway.
we're back.
Green card. Back to the green card. So another issue that people have is, like Yuri was saying, is that it takes so long to actually do the process. And that affects your work. Like a lot of people will contact us and say, hey, I want to actually work and I don't have my green card yet. And the green card process takes so long that they actually developed like an interim process called an EAD card. So you get an EAD card, and that stands for, what is it? Authorization to work? Authorization document?
Employment authorization document.
Right. It's like a red card that you get that allows you to work legally. So that's really good. Another thing that affects, that the length of time affects, is your travel. Like a lot of people say, man, I just had an emergency in my home country. I need to get back, right? And so they're like, okay, what do I do? That's another example of why you would need the EAD card
and travel document.
And travel
so
document.
like they merge it into. Should we show it? It's in our book. Do we have access to it?
Oh, Mike T Man,
thank you, Mr. Mike T Man. We appreciate
that. Thanks a lot, sir.
Let's show him that way, like it was in the end part of the book, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can access that in our book. This is kind of a draft of our book that we're still working through.
Congrats, baby! I'm so proud of both of us.
You're proud of us?
And our people in YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thanks guys for being so awesome.
For all the people who has also shared your experiences and helped us answer comments in YouTube about the K1 visa, the green card, and other things that we discuss in our channel, because that really helps us to develop this book.
Right, absolutely. So what was it? What were we looking at?
End of the book, please.
Baby, what was it?
The
EAD?
EAD. Yeah.
EAD card. Okay, I know exactly where that is.
It's EAD.
This is an over 200-page book with all kinds, as you can see, all kinds of images.
It has everything. It's like a dictionary.
It cross-references everything we've learned over the years, all of the actual authorized documentation, things that are not mentioned on the website, on the actual official government websites, all that kind of stuff. Right now, we're going to show you just a sample of what the EAD card looks like, and it is right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there, actually.
So when you apply for the green card, you submit this form called I-485, and then you also submit a form called I-765 Employment Authorization with the I-131, Form I-131 travel application. And then the foreign spouse will receive a biometrics appointment to appear at the local USCIS office.
Yeah, there's a bigger view for you to see the whole card.
After that, in a week, they will send that card.
Right.
That one.
And then another challenge, the fourth challenge, and we'll get to questions. I'm seeing the questions kind of scrolling through, guys, so we'll definitely get to you. But the final thing that we see that is a challenge, we had working without a green card and the EAD card. That's that little red card right there. And then also traveling, that little EAD card will actually allow you to do that. But all the paperwork seems to be a challenge for a lot of people, because it's in addition to the document, the I-485 that you have to fill out. It's going from K1 to green card. In addition to filling out that document, is a lot of other evidence that you have to put in there too. So that kind of throws people a little bit off, but it's actually easier than the K1 visa process. So that should give you a little bit of consolation there.
Yeah.
So.
Simplify said, hello Bruce and Yuri, as well as everyone. Hi Simplify, and hi
doing?
Everybody, and thank you for watching and joining our live. And Metro Dad said, hey Bruce and Yuri, I need a distraction from my chaotic week. Glad to see your broadcast.
Alright, yeah, that's awesome.
Is funny.
That is awesome.
Hello Bruce and Yuri from Xian Mangskau and Nestle Piluton. Hi guys, thank you for watching and joining our live.
Thanks for watching. And anybody who's coming here late from the Facebook group, sorry about that, guys. It's just not working on my other phone there. I apologize for that. But every week we're always on YouTube, so you can always join us here. You know, I'll post this later on the group, but unfortunately it just wasn't working out. So for us today, we had to move on. Fitness Nerd says, with the EAD card, I think they mean EAD card.
Can one attend school?
That's actually a good question.
So each state and each school has different requirements. So you just gotta go to the school that you want to go to and inquire and see if they can accept the EAD card.
Additionally, I would ask the group, like you guys who are actually in school, you foreign fiancés or foreign spouses who come here and actually are going to school. Was that a factor for you? Were you able to use your EAD card? I imagine you could use your EAD card, because a lot of times what they really want is the social security number. So yeah, just chime in if you have experience with this, so we can tell everybody in this group and people who are going to watch this in the future, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Which one are you reading?
Raw TV said, good morning and good evening, Bruce and Yuri. Good morning, Rob, and to Michelle.
Yep.
Sis in the City. We sent off for 10-year green card. Oh, anyway, guys, check out Raw TV Rob and Sis in the City. They both have a channel, and their content. Raw TV's content is mostly about Philippines, specifically in Manila area. If you're interested into that, and Sis in the City, they talk about also marrying a Filipina.
Yep, good stuff.
And some K1 visa and biometrics.
Yep. Let's see. We'll see if we have any other questions here. Anthony Taylor says, hi, Yuri and Bruce. Our fiance visa has been approved and she is waiting for the interview. How long, in your opinion, will it take before her interview will be scheduled and the visa granted to depart? How long, in our opinion, does it take?
Visa has been approved. Oh, so it's up to you you have to schedule the interview.
Right.
If you're in the Philippines. If it's in another country, you have to search in ustraveldocs.com. to know if what's the process. But in the Philippines, you have to schedule. You pay for the fee of $265 converted to Philippine pesos, and then after that, then you can she can schedule for the interview using the NVC number.
Right.
But don't forget that she's gonna have to do the medical exam before the interview.
You got to coordinate the medical exam so she can get the results that can be either taken to or sent directly to. They'll tell you which one, to the U.S. Embassy. So, like Yuri said, it really depends on you how quickly you schedule that in conjunction with the medical exam.
Yeah, I was thinking of Sex and the City earlier just a while ago. I was like, where are they? They haven't been on.
Yeah. So I just wanted to
check you guys' content if you have a new one.
Want to let you guys know that this is brought to you by all of our subscribers and Mike T. Man, Jay Barnes, Derek, and Instigator. Actually, Instigator gave us something last month, right? And I don't feel like I gave him enough props, but I want to hit this up. This is for all you guys. Thank you so much for all your.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter.
All right.
Baby, that is so cool. How did you link up the phone?
I do what I do, baby. I do what I do. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
And
thank you for my.
Let's see.
My husband for always setting up this live. You do a good job, baby.
Central California. Was it? Oh, Central California. Phil Am couple. Okay, I think that's what it says. I think if I'm reading, I can't read, so.
I know this current vlog is for the green card specific, but if anyone can answer this, my fiance is already here and K2's kids to follow. What documents needed for a 3 and 6 year old Philippine passport, birth certificate, and then you have to.
So a lot of the documentation should have already been done, and actually you don't have to apologize for that. That's part of it. We just covered the green card stuff in the beginning. Now we're opening this up to questions, so feel free to ask any questions, anybody. K1, K2, and if we don't know the answer, honestly guys, we're not authorized consultants, we're not lawyers, we're asking the whole group. Right, so if later we get something wrong, it could be in the comments of how somebody does this. We have the luxury of being in touch with so many people who've been through this whole process. So this is the time to ask this question.
For K2, it's passport, birth certificate, and then also you have to schedule an interview.
Some of the documentation should have already been done. Like you should have already have gone to the medical, right? Or can they do the medical later?
No. So with K2 visa, the parent have 1 year to
go through all the process
to bring the kids to the United States. So
they have to do the medical.
Yeah, do the medical. Right. I don't know about the 3 years old, but if they're old enough. They're both young. I think the guardian, whomever is in the Philippines, is gonna accompany them. Have to call the St. Luke's and see if they're gonna be going through a medical or maybe just a vaccination, cause they're both very young. And then also. So
there's the medical, and the medical cost, like in the Philippines right now, it's like $400 a piece.
No, for kids, person? I think it's $200 for kids.
Yeah, you have to look up the actual price in the Philippines. It varies from country to country.
Philippines.
Yes, go there
slec.ph.
Yes, and then
let me type that.
What else are they gonna have to do? I think he'll have to pay for the visa. For the visa application.
Yes, so each applicant.
The DS-160 has to be done for each child.
Yeah.
DS-160. So let me type that in for you. DS-160. Look that up on Google, and DS-160 will take you to an online application.
That's per applicant, right?
Per applicant, right? And so there's a fee associated with the actual visa application to schedule it. What other documents you have to bring?
And then passport, birth certificate. And let me just type that.
Yeah, and anybody else you guys want to chime in with your experience with this, with the K2, then let us know so we can ask the whole group to get more information on this. Okay, let me see if I can find any other questions while we're typing this stuff in. Let's see, with a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, NBI, and same paperwork as K2 needed, or just the basic passport. Okay, we gave you a little bit more information on other things that you might need. Another great resource for you, aside from the government sites, is to check out visajourney.com to see all the other people's experiences out there. So
kids don't really have that many evidence since they are dependents of the K1 visa. They don't need a lot of documentation.
Okay, it's not letting me type Visa Journey for some reason, but journey.com. You should always double check anything anyone says. You know what I mean? Like, don't go off of what we're saying. Always double check and know for yourself. Yeah. Motor City Madman just gave us $5.29. We really appreciate that, sir. I heard a lot of good words from IQ Patch about you too, and I was told you are good-hearted people, and I better say, Miss Yuri, it's.
Thank you so much, Motor City.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm so happy. I'm gonna hit you with the little. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what else do we have here.
Okay, okay, below baby, we already passed that.
All right.
Derek Floyd is 39,000 the requirement for the rate. So with the
I don't know what he means.
Poverty guideline, should we go to the site and explain it, or are we already?
You can go. Yeah, go ahead and explain it while I go to the site.
For the poverty guideline, you need a, for example, the household. So you have to count the household. If it's just you and your fiance, then the count is 2 in the household. If there's you, fiance, and a kid, then there's 3 in a household. And so they have like a computation on how much you have to make per household. So if there's you and your fiance, that means 2 people. So that's currently in 2018 $16,460. If there's 3 people in your household, 20,780. And for places like Alaska, it's more expensive because the cost of living there is higher.
And as you can see on the list there, this is coming directly from the government site. So the top one represents the top number here. On the top, let me just kind of hover over that number. So this number right here represents how many people in the household. Now, obviously, you're going to have at least 2, right? It's going to be yourself.
Oh, yeah, Linda's World is in a K2.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to him in a second. Linda's World's got some great information. Get to him in a second. But if it's 2 people in the household, yourself and your foreign fiance, then you need to make that much money, right? And this is who in your household you are financially responsible for. Now, if it's you and a child, then that's yourself, the foreign fiance, and the child. So then you have to make $20,000, $20,780, and that's in CONUS, and that's in the 48 contiguous United States of America. That means that doesn't include Alaska and Hawaii. Those 2 have a different chart. It's a little bit higher. But if you go to this site, let me just put the site here for you. It is called ASP, and I won't be able to put the whole. It's not letting me put the whole thing in there. ASP. But .hhs.gov. Just go to that site, and that's it right there. / poverty guideline. I'll just put poverty guideline -guideline. I wish it would let me put the whole thing in there, but for some reason it's. There you go, right there.
And your browser, Bob.
Okay, so Linda's World has a.
World.
Linda's World says, "What would you like to know?" If you guys didn't know, Linda's World is a long time friend of ours. A long time, like we've been talking to him for quite some time, at least 8 months now, and he's got a site with him and his beautiful wife there. She's from the Dominican Republic. They're gonna get married really soon. He just got approved, so shout out to Linda's World. Check out his YouTube channel. Awesome information. Always sending out positive intelligence vibes, and that's what we're all about. So that's Linda's World. But he's asking, what would you like to know about K1 visa? Because he actually just went through the process of getting the K2 into the United States.
What else are we missing, Linus World, for the requirements of the K2?
Yeah, so the question, the original...
Is there anything?
Let me ask the original question here. Well, actually, let's see. Central California is asking another question. He says, is there any paperwork that the guardian that is accompanying the K2 to the medical interview needs to bring, like special power of attorney or ID? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's gotta
so
be an authorization.
That's one of our questions for you, Steve. And then the other question, the first part of the question was that Central California
when children
has... Well, go ahead, baby.
Oh, okay.
I was going to read his original question.
Read it.
Okay. He's asking, let me see. My fiance is already in the United States, and he has K2s, 2 kids to follow. And he's asking what documents are needed for the children that are 3 and 6 years old from the Philippines.
Yeah.
So any information that you can give us, Steve from Lena's World, will be extremely helpful to Central California Phil Am American couple.
Anyway, hi Mamu.
Hey Mamu,
Thank
how
you
you
for
doing?
watching. I'm gonna text later.
All
yeah,
right.
so what's up, TIB travel in Belgium? Okay. I was like, what is TIB?
Travel in Belgium. I want to give a shout out to Lena's World. I'm going to see if I can grab his link real quick. Let me see. YouTube. And we're going to go to Lena's World. He's actually ranking for Lena's World now. That's awesome. Before I couldn't even find him, even under that name. But start putting out content regularly. So yeah, Central and everybody else, if you guys have questions, like if you guys want more information, and Lena's World's going through the same thing you're going through, here's his page right here. Make sure you subscribe, like his channel, check him out. Like, we got to stick together, guys. We're YouTubers. We're putting out content. That all that stuff takes work and effort, but it's all for us to give out information to you guys. So go ahead and support him.
Passport and original birth certificate is all. Yeah.
Thank you, Lena's World. Yeah, I would definitely Central California, just definitely check everything out that we're saying to you, because none of us are lawyers. None of us we've been through this process, but they change stuff all the time. Like, you need to check for yourself. You know, we're not responsible for your process, so keep that in mind. Always check for yourself. But Lena's World is giving you some awesome information that's kind of flowing in. All right. Anthony Taylor says, Bruce and Yuri, thank you for answering my question regarding interview. Just to be clear, for my purpose, did you say that the NVC will send her a number, then she will need to schedule her interview? Okay, Anthony Taylor, first of all, are you K1 or are you CR1? I want to say you said K1 because Yuri's speaking on behalf of K1 process.
Yeah. So with K1, the National Visa Center, or NVC, will send a letter containing the case number, visa case number, to the U.S. petitioner. That's the U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the U.S. petitioner will send that number, the visa case number, to the foreign fiancé. That's what she or he will use to schedule for the interview. And you have to pay the visa fee too, $265.
Okay. Simplify 1918 says, haha, my girlfriend just chatted me about and asked me about the 125%. Okay. Yeah. Yep, 125%. I think this is straight 125% for CR1 too, but I'm not totally sure about it.
And it gets linked to her K1 visa.
Yeah, he's just kind of giving them all the information.
Yeah. How about the medical exam, Lena's World?
Yeah, that's a great question. Lena's World, like since he's bringing his daughter, his stepkids later, will he still have to have the kids go through?
Did we have the K2 in our book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, my question, but this is a special case where he's bringing the kids later, so that I don't know.
Yeah. So
I don't
in
know
that
if
part,
I don't know if he would. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Continue.
No, go ahead.
Some parents would go back home and accompany their kids personally.
Who do we know that did that?
Many.
I know there's a couple.
There's many people in our group. Check out Visa Approve with D in Facebook, and you can post a question there too, because many of the people that are there have brought a child or children with them to the United States.
Right.
But I know many of them will go back personally to the Philippines to accompany their kids.
And Lena's World brought up something awesome that I had no idea. His process is, there's so many levels and layers to it, and it's so different each time. But Lena's World says, in the DR, we had to get a permission letter from the K2 dad.
Oh, yeah.
So the father, it's a permission to allow the child to leave the country.
In our...
So, no, baby, that's so specialized.
Okay, let me see. Let me list this down.
That's super specialized. Every case is different. Like, we can't address every single case.
No, it's the same in the Philippines in that part.
Okay, anyway, Lena's World says both kids have to have shots and medical exam. Okay, yeah, we mentioned that. To Central California.
Okay. First one, K2.
Central California says, thank you, Lena's World. We just subscribed to you, and in the Philippines, we don't need a letter from the father, but
no, see what I'm saying? You do.
But we need. Have they checked that?
I don't know. Not the father.
But we need to know what our caretaker needs to bring with her to identify herself.
Not the father,
the US
but
Embassy.
If you're taking a minor outside the Philippines, you have to have this letter from the DSWD. That's Department of Social and Welfare Development, and get that letter as like a permission that the parent is taking her or his kid outside the United States. I mean, outside the Philippines.
So we got three different people saying three different things. Yuri's saying yes, you need it. Central California saying you don't need it, and Lena's World says in DR he did need it.
You do like
double check it.
Someone, one of our admins in Visa Approved group had a kid and had to get that
Marge, that's right.
DSWD letter approval that she's bringing her kid to the United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which one are you reading?
60.
Instigator in the house, man. Instigator. I want to thank you for sponsoring our previous show. Really appreciate you, man.
Instigator.
Always appreciate your help, Instigator. You've been a main staple of one of the main reasons we keep doing this, and all you other guys who've sponsored us in this community. We do it because you guys are wanting us to do this, so that's why we're doing it. So thank you all so much for all your support. Thank you for sponsoring this show. And if you guys can, like, always give these guys props for us doing this, because it's because of them that we're doing it. All right, let's see if there's any other questions. Let me see.
In the DR, we had to get a permission letter from the K2. So in this case, like, so in the Philippines, if the dad is not active in the kid's life, then the mother just go to the DSWD to get that approval letter. Let's like a permission letter that she's bringing her kid to another country. But if the parent is like present in their life, I think they have to also get that permission. It depends, because there's many single mothers in the Philippines that their kids don't have fathers or father is not visible or nowhere to be found. So
maybe in his situation he doesn't need it.
yeah, depends. Both kid in the DR we had to get a permission from dad.
That's definitely something we probably want to mention there.
Letter, yeah.
Okay, let's see if there's any
From
other
dad.
questions here. Simplify says, with the CR1, does that come with the green card?
Yes.
So when you
it
get
does.
to the when your foreign spouse gets to the U.S., after some time, I want to say it's after about 30 days, they actually get issued a green card. The green card comes to whatever mailing area you guys sent it to. Instigator, again, $20. Man, thank you so much, man. Thank you. US once again sponsored this show. This show is brought to you by
Thank you so
Instigator.
much, Instigator.
Motor City, Madman, Mike T. Man, Jay Barnes. Thank you guys so much for your contributions, for your continuous support. Really appreciate it. And Instigator says, because of your broadcast, it made me on my journey easier. Thank you, and keep it up. Thank you, man.
Yeah, let us
Much
know
appreciated.
if you need any help with the process. And just send a message to Bruce. In the DR, we had to get a permission letter from the K2.
Okay, let's see.
Kids
What
have to
other
have
questions do we
shots.
have here? I feel like we're missing like half the people who normally ask questions because I couldn't get the Facebook to work. Man. Anyway, moving on. Motor City Man says, IONU News, you're in this. You're in his shout out. Yeah, he's a big support for us.
Oh yeah. Shout out to
You're in his-
IONU News, and IONU News also have a channel and mostly about
It's about his
food,
life. It's
about
about
his
food. It's
life.
about his experiences. So check him out. It's very emotional. It's very deep. He's a good man. So check him out. That's IQ Patch. I don't know if I think he changed his channel recently though. Anyway, he says, I plan to bring my lady here
Hi,
5
Yuri,
years.
Hi, Michael.
I plan to bring my lady here 5 years tops. Let her work. Then back to Sirao. Oh, Sirao, Philippines. That's with all the flowers and stuff, right?
What
That's over
does
by
the
Cebu.
caretaker need
And
from
it says,
the
I
guest?
saw it on a lady's channel who looks like Yuri's twin. Who would that be? Would that be Purple Shadow?
Yeah,
Maybe?
You're in his way, as I plan on to bring my lady here 5 years tops. Let her know. Let her work. Then back to Sirao, Philippines. I saw it on a lady's channel who looks like... Ah, that's my sister.
Probably. Michael
Oh,
C. Poker
gosh.
says, Bruce, you thinking of getting a job at a call center in Philippines? Actually, I don't know if that was a joke or not, but actually some of the IT guys I know, they actually did get work in the call centers. So that's not out of the question. I mean, that's not really within what I do. Because
Or
they're
that's not
normally
something
network
that you
guys.
would
Okay, that's
do.
really off topic, but no, that's not what I'm going to do. But you could go over there and work for those as like a network guy,
Yeah.
for IT guy or something like that. So I've heard of it. So that's an interesting topic for another video.
What kind of letter,
Markel
Linus? Well,
TV, how you doing?
letter with the tax and notary fee
Oh, that's great information.
is 100. What kind of letter are you talking about? Did you mean about the...
He says, did you see Amoris promo video on a joint live dating in the DR? No, I haven't seen that yet. We gotta check that out.
Live reference dating. No, we gotta watch that.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Yes, I saw it on Purple Shadow's channel. Instigator says,
When is the right
When is
time
it-
to do the medical and security clearance before she gets her NOA 2? Don't want to have them expire before interview.
so you have to coordinate the medical exam with the actual date of the interview itself. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Yeah.
So I would I would recommend you doing it right around the time. Like when you coordinate it, it should be right as you're thinking about, okay, what date can we actually do it? Like you should have all your paperwork together. Like everything's good. And I think that I want to say you're using a like Rapid Visa or something like that, one of those kinds of services, or like an authorized service. So once they have all the paperwork together, right, or your spouse or fiance has all the documents together and ready to go, like there's no doubt in your mind, everything's ready to go. Your next step is going to be DS-160 is done. You got the confirmation page. You got all of the photos.
The NBI clearance.
You got
it's
NBI
only
clearance.
1 year validity.
Okay, which one are you on, baby?
That's what he's talking about. The medical exam. So let's say you've already gathered everything, right? So example, the medical interview and the medical exam has to be done like maybe 2 weeks before the interview. So you schedule the interview first, like 2-3 weeks, and then she has to go to the medical exam 2 weeks before the interview, or 3 weeks before her actual interview at Manila U.S. Embassy. That way she's have a time allowance just in case she has to go back the next day to St. Luke's.
SD, how you doing? He says, what's up, friends? And he says, I got drunk text from the V guy. He's so mean. Okay, I'm going to hit you with this. SD. This is about Greencard and visa approved. This is not about your relationships. Like we could talk about that on Tuesdays or Thursdays on another live, but for now it's this.
Baby, I actually thought about it. We should have an Ask Yuri Bruce.
Where we just talk about anything.
Ask YBT about relationships.
What do you guys think about that? Is that something we should do?
We always get hit up with questions that
just random
about relationships, right?
I love to talk about that stuff. Actually,
So we should have a session to where we have Ask Yuri Bruce team.
Yeah, that's something to do.
Since it's always coming up in the live, which is the wrong place.
This is not the place or time for that. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, let's see. Instigator says, I have all but the DS-160, and she still needs the medical and security clearance from Hong Kong PH. Oh yeah. So he's got to get the police clearance.
Oh, okay, then she can get that then. I mean, it doesn't expire until 1 year later.
The medical?
So,
good information.
How many months has it been since you submitted your I-129F petition?
See you later, Markel TV. Appreciate you.
Oh, anyway, check out Markel's TV. Also have a channel about VA and
retiring in Dominican Republic. Yep, good guy. Go check him out. She will have a medical in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's doable. Because all they do is they just have an authorized, a U.S. It's basically either a physician or a medical facility that's authorized by the U.S. Immigration's office to do those exams. So they have them all over the world.
Before she gets her NOA too. Oh, okay. What's the timeline for I-130 approval? Petition my wife in the Philippines to Virginia.
Let's ask everyone that one because I don't know that one for sure. Guys.
CR1?
Yeah. So the question is, what was the question? Which one did you read here?
Calvin. What's the timeline for I-130? I know that the entire process is like about 8 months to 1 year for the entire process and approval of CR1 visa.
We're just not sure what's the timeline of approval for the I-130.
From the approval, yeah.
And then what else you have to do, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We didn't do that process. But somebody in this group definitely knows. So we just put the question out there for you, Calvin. So hopefully somebody chimes in. Now, if you don't get the answer from here, you can get it from a site called visajourney.com. It's not owned by us. We're not affiliates of it or anything. It's just a great site. But our site that we do own is our group on Facebook. It's called Visa Approved Group. You go there, go to Facebook and type in Visa Approved Group. You'll see it there. It has 27,000, 26,000 people there. You ask the question, somebody will know. So those are two places you can get it.
And then bigger experiences. This may be off topic, but we're almost ready to start hiring for our business, and we would like to sponsor Filipinos. Check out H1B visa. We don't really have. It's a very specific set of people that you can bring to the United States, and I think caregivers are one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to check that H1B visa and search it in Google, because I was trying to. I know very little about it because it's such a complicated.
It's pretty different from what we've been through. So.
Yeah, I searched a little bit of it, but it's like you can only hire certain people, like the jobs that are not conflicting with Americans.
Right. We just don't know much about it, but actually, big Omar, like, listen, man, I would really love to put that information out there. So that's maybe something we can coordinate on once we gather more information about it. Once you learn about it, you tell us. Maybe we can coordinate, because I would love to tell people about that one.
I know. I've talked to my cousin about it, but because she works as an accountant in a bank, and they hire engineers from India to their company. So it's like only certain jobs that you can hire people from another country.
I know at least one person that does something similar to that. I want to say it was H1B visa that she did, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Oh, you know, okay, we can ask Elita, who also owns an assisted living.
There's a couple people we know who do it, but we just don't. We could probably ask them and get more details about it for you, Omar. And who would actually, if we hook him up with Elita. Okay, we're getting off topic.
Okay.
Anyway, Quad says, Bruce, I have a question, and I want you to answer honestly. Okay, if this is a bad question, you're going to get the... Where is it? You're going to get this. All right, just keep it on topic. That's all I ask.
Great info. Okay, she will have medical in HK. Okay, so she's going to have a medical in HK. That means she's going to order the NBI clearance from the Philippines and get a police certificate in Hong Kong. So she's gotta have authorization, maybe her mom or her sister, authorization letter to get her NBI clearance.
I think we gotta wrap it up since you have a
Great
company.
info. Okay, she will have soon. Live with Yuri and Bruce, love topic, and then that.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty. SD has no rhythm.
Yeah, that sounds
SD
good.
is a fool. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke, man. I'm sorry. I am
keep
joking.
moving and get someone new, SD.
Let's see. Yes, coordinate as we gather information.
For a working
we'll
visa, is it hard to get to work in USA? Yes, it is.
Something else.
There's so much requirements, and you can only.
Could you write that down? Ask Alita about
H1B.
H1B. Quad says, okay, if you guys had met in the U.S., do you think in Philadelphia a Filipino woman would have looked your way? I think so. Like, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me and Yuri's experience, like, we're very much on the same wavelength. Like, we're very ambitious people, both of us. So, but actually, that's more of a question for Yuri.
Honestly, I think I love that my client asked me about it. How did I meet my husband? I said I met my husband online, and I think it's better that I was able to really shop for someone that I really want. You know, just like clothing. It's not you gotta pick a clothes.
And I'm never gonna dance again. We're getting off topic with the green card.
So it's like, instead of just having a narrow option if I was from the United States, and that's one thing that I did like about dating online, is because you get to know you. It's like a audition. You see like the profile of the person, right? And you see the photo when you're and then when you're like, if I'm walking in the road and I don't know this man, I don't think no matter how attractive the man is, if I don't know the background of the person, I won't be attracted to them, because it takes so much more than looks and first impression of the person to really say I do. And when I look at my husband's profile, I think it's better that you look online. And I was like, I look at, oh, I like the smile of this man. Oh, 2 kids. I'm not sure. Let me just evaluate that. Maybe I can put this guy in the friend column. And this guy is so smart and very honest, because the profile description is my husband has this very long love letter, a long description about him, about his situation. And I'm like, oh, how old is this person, and what's this person's job, and what does this person do? Is this person gonna be in the same radar with me intellectually? Because I can't be with someone who's not smart. So it's gotta be someone who's older and smarter than me.
For me, I was reluctant because Yuri was really young. I'm like, I got 2 kids. I need somebody who's gonna be more mature. I got to talking to her, and to be honest, my first intentions was not to hook up. It was just like, who is this person? She's real cute. Just talk to her, and then we are on the same level. Like it's some kind of special connection. I cannot explain it. If you want to know more about this, if it's just a legitimate question, Quad, you can watch our video that we did about how we met, and it pretty much explains, like, we have some sort of special connection that I really can't explain. And we were both reluctant because of the age gap, because I'm in a different stage of my life. But when we had this connection, it was like, I feel like I can't be without her. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, yes, if she was here in the U.S., maybe it would have went down a different way. But like we're very lucky that we found each other. Like, we're teammates. This is more than just. This is like Yuri and Bruce. It's a team. Like, we're a team together. We complete one another, and it's really amazing to find somebody like that. And we want the same thing for you guys, and that's why we do this kind of stuff. That's why we talk about relationships. That's why we talk about Greencard and K1, so that you can be with that person who's might be in another nation, another country, and you can bring them here.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't work, you gotta have to find someone that could work for you. It can be in the same state where you are right now, or it can be overseas.
It can be anywhere in the world.
For me, I tried both, and locally I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna limit myself with the men that are here locally that are not, I mean, my standards up here and the men are right here. I'm not, no, like, you gotta keep looking, keep shopping and for that right person.
And neither one of us are gonna disrespect our, she's not going to disrespect Filipino men. Some good, hot-looking, awesome, brilliant Filipino men there, right? There's beautiful black women here. We're not excluding those people. I wasn't excluding those people from what I was looking. I was looking at everyone. It just so happens I narrowed it down to one person who completed me in a way that I can't. That's way beyond race, way beyond religion, way beyond. So we want the same for you guys, and that's why we talk about the stuff we talk about. So
yes, and with you gotta be with someone who's independent.
So racism won't affect
your relationship.
And we're talking about Quad said, I was married to an Indian woman from Trinidad. It didn't work out.
Couldn't deal with
the family racism. Yeah, and it happens. It does happen. But the thing is, if let's say her mom or dad didn't like me because I'm black, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because Yuri. I'm thinking about what Yuri's saying. She's like, baby, don't worry about.
I don't care what people say.
She's like, I don't care what they say.
This is my husband right there. This is a man, the greatest man that I could ever have. So,
right.
If you have nothing good to say, then just shut up.
Right. So she's got my back. I got her back. I'm not gonna let somebody talk bad about her. You know, behind talking about Filipinos or this or Filipino. Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna stand for that stuff. So we got each other's back. So that's what's important in a relationship. I mean, we're way off topic. So we should probably end this.
Guys. Like, forget this.
We
this
should
is
probably
another session. Actually.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
this is like
discussion.
Ask YBT.
Right. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna give a special shout out to Instigator, to Motor City Madman, who sponsored us, who continues to sponsor us. There's our sponsor right there, the Instigator himself.
Arthur Carlson.
Arthur
Check out
Carlson.
Arthur Carlson. He also has a YouTube channel.
Motor City Madman, thank you. Mike T. Man, thank you. Jay Barnes, thank you so much. And Derek, thank you so much, sir. You were the very first. We didn't forget about you. Check out Derek. Derek actually has a page. There he is right there. That's my man Derek right there. Check him out before I let him go. Okay, there he is. Check him out. Derek has a page. He's a big supporter.
Does he have a YouTube channel?
He has a YouTube channel. We're subscribed to him. He's the man. He's actually going to DR too, so check him out. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. We got Andy just showed up. He's kind of late.
Andy.
Hey Andy.
You're kind of late.
Yeah, we're about to end this, guys. We really appreciate everyone.
Thank you, Andy, for joining the live.
Thank you so much. And this one actually went pretty good. I had a good time here. So how are we gonna end this one? Let's end it with.
Anyway, that's it, guys, and thank you, everybody. Thank you, Linus World, our moderator, and everybody who has joined our live. And everybody, Instigator, Motor City, Mike T. Man, Jay Barnes, and everybody who has joined the live Big O Experience. Check out Big O Experience. He also has a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And thumbs up for this video. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet.
See you guys later. Peace.